Alright, so good evening ladies and gentlemen. I'm of course Asarai coming in from Mineski TV, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
And we would like to of course welcome you to the Dragon Nest Southeast Asia ESL Cup. Yes, this is already the final eight.
Yes. Out of 103 players, 100 plus players all over Southeast Asia, we're down to the top 8 of the Dragon Nest ESL Cup here.
Yes, of course, just a reminder for you guys that it is a best of 3 series to, climb up the brackets going into the finals. And in the finals itself will be a best of 5 match. And another rule was implemented in the ESL Cup wherein the players themselves only have to use one class.
Yes.
As they do, go against their other opponents.
Yes.
So let's go first into, of course, the schedule.
Yes,
as you can see here.
Yes, as you can see here are the brackets so far. As you can see, bracket A, we have Philippines versus Philippines, Darth Rain versus Cheng. After that, we have bracket B, Malaysia versus Philippines. That's Glenn and Captain Lev. Meanwhile, bracket C, we have a representative from Indonesia. That's Disasterp versus Nerubian from the Philippines. And lastly, Romeo versus Ratat, Philippines versus Malaysia.
Yes, so the first match, like you saw in the bracket, shall be Darth Rain versus Cheng, or also known as X-Mite if you check out the game later. His name is X-Mite there. And, well, you did see the prize a while ago. It is going to be the dragon, there you go, the Black Guardian Dragon set.
Wow.
Yeah, so
looks awesome.
Badassery over 9,000.
Definitely.
All right, so guess I can start off the match.
Yep.
Okay.
So first match, we're gonna have a Saint versus a Guardian here. That's gonna be an interesting matchup, both from the. So it's
a gladiator.
Yeah, gladiator. Oh, it's a gladiator rather.
Yes, we have our cheat sheets here, ladies and gentlemen. That's required, when you do broadcasting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into the match right now. It's going to be, again, a best of 3 versus Darth Rain versus Cheng, or also known as X-Mite.
Yep. So both of these players are from the Philippines. Let's see how they fare against each other. Now it's about to start. Darth Rain versus X-Mite. Here we go.
All right, so we do see right now it's going to be the Gladiator coming out against the Saint. Saint here has a lot of relics to be used, a lot of debuffs and a lot of heals, so you have to take note of what X-Mite as a Gladiator can do to, overpower this Saint. He's pretty healthy right now, and he's putting quite a bit of pressure onto Darth Rain right off the bat right there. And Darth Rain can't even cast any of his spells right there. Look at that, the Cyclone just juggling him onto the air.
Exactly, trapped against the wall. He can't even retaliate. He's stunned, also mid-air. And right now, he's just having a hard time recovering from all of these attacks. Look at that, X-Mite non-stop here against what looks like he has no chance as of this moment, Asarai.
Yeah, man, that's the power of the offensive class, the sword, just slicing through every type of setup that Darth Rain even wants. He's trying to at least break free from this corner. There you go, he uses a skill. Doesn't get countered. Uses a relic there to at least bind X-Mite. So this might allow him some setup time for his other relics as well as to heal himself up. He's putting a lot of debuffs onto X-Mite. X-Mite actually only taking like 10% of damage right there. He does use, I believe that was a buff. Yes. He's going to go in onto Darth Rain. Darth Rain even sets himself up quite a bit, but still the heal is not enough. He's just getting brooted down here by X-Mite.
Exactly. Looks like there's only one relic left on the field. Right now, Darth Rain just holding on as of this moment. 14 HP. He's very far off from his relic, but looks like the range will still be able to heal him up. 11% HP left. Looks like he's having a hard time and trying to set up as much relics as he can. That's 3 on the field. And X-Mite looks like he's not having a hard time. 75 HP on his bar.
He's just too damn tanky. I mean, even as a gladiator, he has a ton of HP to be able to, tank this DOT, DPS damage coming out of Darth Rain. And even if he just goes in onto Darth Rain doesn't even have a counter to him. I mean, he can set up the relics, but still not enough, as X-Mite here has a very strong control of the game. Now Darth Rain is just down to 28%, but he is setting himself up for some heals.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that can keep him alive throughout the match.
This is what we have been talking about. To be able to defeat a Saint or even a Guardian, you have to continuously chain your combos well and not let him set up the terrain, because that's just gonna prolong the fight. As you can see here, he was down to 10% HP, but look at that. He's down to 28, climbing slowly, recovering slowly his HP back up, and X Might slowly being chipped down, but looks like he's just finding an opening as of this
He found
moment.
an opening there with the Cyclone. He's setting himself up for a follow-up combo. Looks like he wasn't able to follow it precisely, but he's still putting the damage onto Darthrain, only down to 2%, and he goes down. And ladies and gentlemen, 1 point goes into the hands of X Might.
Congratulations. Looks like that's the momentum for X Might here. Really, really difficult for Darthrain to set up those buffs for himself, and that is the key to defeat a Saint right there.
You know, this matchup itself, I think, is, well, really good for the side of X Might, as well as if going outside of the game will, I would say, benefit one of the players coming in from Indonesia, which is Disaster RP, because he is the only Ripper on this lineup of players.
Oh, he's the only
And-
Ripper. Okay.
Yeah, and you know, us putting some background checks on like the matchup between Saint and Ripper, the Ripper cannot, well, you know, hack through all of the relics as well as
Yeah.
the defense that
Not
the
enough.
Saint can
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
Not
exactly.
enough burst, not enough damage to chain it properly. It looks like it's here. Darthrain trying to gain the momentum compared to earlier, but looks like X might be able to pull off what he did in the previous game here.
Blocks the damage there. You can see that Darthrain actually, with the initiative, uses himself with a shock. It looks like a shock relic. He was able to at
The
least
binding.
stop the damage coming out of X Might, and he uses the binding there. He's now putting quite a bit of damage onto X Might. Look at that, 68%, and Darthrain's still pretty damn healthy here, but
Yeah, he's definitely doing better than
Yeah.
the first game. I think he has probably gauged on how X might move from the previous game. And look at that. He set up all those relics into one location. It's definitely going to stay there. Actually, one relic down right now. X might trying to get his distance and take the momentum away from Darthrain. 59% onto himself. This is a really opposite fight compared to the previous match that we saw at round 1. He might be cornered here, but he has a relic by his side.
yeah, it looks like the guy who does the first move will be able to control the match, and that's looking very, very true coming into this second round. Now, it's only, like I said, 39% onto X Might, and Darthrain is just healing himself up. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming into X Might, but unless he can find that opening onto Darthrain, it looks like Darthrain will be able to take this second round. There's a knock-up onto him. X Might looks like he's trying to set up from the sidelines, doing for another pin to the wall type of strategy here. Goes for the knock-up, another combo there, and is putting himself in a very advantageous spot right here. Darthrain, look at that. He's just juggling him left and right with a Cyclone, already to 50% HP. And can Darthrain get out of this spot right here? Puts out the... Yeah, that's the ultimate skill relic.
Yes.
So,
Wow, look at that.
lightnings.
He actually breaks off of that chain earlier. This is what X might actually needs to keep chaining and not allow this Saint Darthrain to lay down and set up the terrain for himself, or else the longer he prolongs this fight, the harder it is going to be for X Might.
Yeah.
But you know, he already recovered from last time. He's just going to search for another opening here.
Yeah, X Might there actually being pretty smart. He doesn't want to, take the damage from the triple relics just because, well, he's relatively low in HP. He's down to 26, and he's looking again for a knock-up or a juggle into the air onto Darthrain so he can follow up and, stop the continuous dropping of these skills from Darthrain. Darthrain is going for the keep away tactics, which is of course one of the, I would say, the style of how you can play a Saint here.
Yeah, exactly. And what he does, he's just applying all those skills onto the relic just to try and reduce the buffs that he has as of this moment. But he's so damn healthy at this point, and the blocks are just helping him right now. Looks like he's trying to pin him down onto the wall, try to chain down skills and knock him down up the air as well, but looks like he's still healthy as of this point. The dash, he's going to try to set up another relic. Looks like he got interrupted there.
Yes, now it looks like he's trying to at least keep Dark Rain out of his comfort zone, but Dark Rain, you saw there already, he was like to 54% HP and then shots up to 70. That was one of the skills coming in from the Saint. And X-Might just says, okay, I hacked you down to like 50%
Whoops.
and then you do that, and then
Yeah.
now a second match will go into the hands of Darth
Darth
Rain. So now it's
Rain.
going to be a 1-for-1. Very nice job coming in from Darth Rain, not making it, you know, easy for X-Might to come into this. But now we're going into the third round. This is the final round. 1-1
Yeah.
is the score.
This is pretty exciting. It's actually whoever builds the momentum. As you said earlier, whoever does the first move and try to chain their skills and set up right. And that is the mistake of what happened to X-Might. X-Might wasn't able to find the opening that he had during round 1. That's why he's having a hard time from earlier. I mean, he did a great job trying to interrupt Darth Rain, setting up the relics, laying them down so that he isn't able to get the buffs that he needs into the fight. But it did not happen there. And Darth Rain did a pretty good job compared to round 1.
Yes. So again, that's the name of the game for this first set of matches that we are looking at. It's again whoever initializes it.
Yeah.
If Darth Rain can set himself up, he'll be able to, you know, play keep away with as well as, you know, you putting the relics in front of him.
Yeah.
And X-Might has to, you know, be mindful of how he goes in onto Darth Rain, because one wrong step and if he cannot connect any of his skills will just allow Darth Rain's you know, keep away tactics to just chip down slowly at his HP, and you saw how powerful that is in the second round. But going into the first round, wherein Darth Rain was able to, you know, put him to the wall, pin him down.
X-Might. Yeah.
X-Might, and then just keep on hammering onto or slashing away. Sorry, you know.
Yeah, slashing away.
It's a
Yeah.
sword, so I'm gonna say
Yeah, it
slashing
is.
away onto Darth Rain. That's just going to be again. X-Might could be winning the third round.
Yes, and that's what we have been discussing earlier. X-Might just has to find that momentum, or else Darth Rain, he's just gonna beat him into the sustained fights that is really difficult against the Saint here. So
Alright.
we'll see. Moment of truth for our bracket A. Both are from the Philippines. We'll see what's going on there, bro.
All right, so now we're gonna go into the third round. It's going to be, like you said again, Darth Rain and X-Might, both Filipinos. Mabuhay! Yeah, we're both Filipinos too, ladies and gentlemen, if you're asking.
Yep.
So it has begun. Looks like Darth Rain with the keep away skill, though not the best of positions there, as X-Might just chips, or actually just powers through it.
Looks like the DOT is being applied onto X-Might here with the electrocution. He gets stunned there. This might be the opening that he needs. A relic has been set up, but it's actually quite far away from him. And right now, it's him just calling for help onto the relic.
Alright, now we do see that X-Might is looking for a gap close here. Let's go for the slash, and he's going in onto Darth Rain right now. Darth Rain was able to set up at least 1 heal, 1 for damage as well, so he'll be able to keep himself healthy, and X-Might is actually being pushed away. This is a bad situation as Darth Rain is getting what he wants. It's the keep away, ladies and gentlemen, here. He's pushing away X-Might.
Exactly. And look at the heals. They're just insane, giving X-Might a hard time here. He's just looking for an opening. As of this moment, he keeps healing and healing. It's going to be a headache for X-Might as of this point if he doesn't do what he did last at the previous round, at round 1. And right now, it's just X-Might trying to find an opening.
Now X-Might is right in the face of Darth Rain here, but again, all of these relics are making it difficult for him. Here he goes, he gets that pin to the wall situation, goes in for the slash,
Yes.
the cyclone. Was able to juggle Darth Rain there, he was able to tech out. But right now, Darth Rain is in a very comfortable spot. Whenever he actually gets damaged by X-Might, he just puts down the relic, and I think X-Might was able to, you know, answer Darth Rain's animations, and
This
that's
might
the
be it.
We're seeing here, it's both of these guys with the same HPs, and it looks like X-Might is, again, just for that angle to go in.
Man, that humongous heal and the blocks. The timing of the blocks from Darth Rain actually works pretty well against X-Might here. 61% HP for this Gladiator at this point, and he's just setting up, getting distance as Darth Rain actually just hiding behind his relics and just waiting for X-Mite to enter. And he's just sort of blocking all his attacks whenever he goes in. He's just using these relics. It's like a church for him.
Yeah, it's a game of cat and mouse right here. As Darth Rain is again doesn't take this game away, but again, because this game looks, of course, this game is going in favor of Darth Rain because it has been, you know, that drawn-out type of game when X-Mite doesn't really want, because, well, if Darth Rain can set up himself up with those skills, those relics, he'll be able to heal up, and because, well, X-Mite can get some of the skills to actually hit Darth Rain, but he can't go in because of the perimeter defense that Darth Rain has created for himself. Look at this. He's trying to find an angle, but still no. So X-Mite is being forced to actually go in and take the damage, and he still cannot, you know, create a combo that will at least incapacitate Darth Rain and stop him from creating these annoying structures in front of X-Mite.
Exactly, and look, another has been laid out. He's charging, and it doesn't hit, actually. Right now, it's another thing. He keeps trying to interrupt this Darth Rain Saint here from laying out the terrain. It looks like he's doing a pretty good job with all the stuns, the chain of stuns here, and the flinches for Darth Rain. How many HP does he have left? He has 60% versus 49%. I say that's pretty close. As long as he is able to interrupt Darth Rain's abilities to try and sustain himself, I think X-Mite might take this game.
Yeah, because Darth Rain right now is pretty naked without his structures to defend him. And 49 to 40. Still pretty close, but there you go. There's the binding onto X-Mite, but X-Mite gets out of it pretty quickly. 36%. It's becoming really, really close right now. Darth Rain is now pinned to the wall. What can he do? He's looking to at least find himself space again, to, you know, for some breathing room.
Yeah.
But X-Mite is just that aggressive. So Darth Rain is able to put himself back up to at least 40%. But again, the onslaught of attacks from X-Mite is here. He is not letting up, because if he does, Darth Rain might be able to win this game right off that type of strategy.
Yes, and it's all in or nothing for X-Mite at this point. 19% HP onto the Gladiator, and that's a lot of relics. Just one relic at this point. Actually, he's getting DOT by the electrocution here. Tries to get a Cyclone in, but it doesn't hit. There's the slashes, the mid-range slashes here for X-Mite. How many HP does Darth Rain have? He has 22%!
This is going to be... Oh, what?
Whoa!
He dominated him! Was that the...
Hot damn!
I think that was an ultimate.
Yeah, it was. So that was a pretty close best of 3 match, but both are from the Philippines. That's X-Mite taking the game out of Darth Rain. Congratulations, the Gladiator reigns supreme against Saint.
Alright, so congratulations again to X-Mite. The damage from the Gladiator was just enough to cancel out the heals, the relics, all of the annoying stuff that Darth Rain was setting up for himself. So that's going to be 1-2 in terms of the points.
Yes,
so we're back. Yeah, there you go. So again, of course, I'm Asarai, coming in from Mineski TV, and of course alongside here with me is
Riku
from Mineski TV as well.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about a while ago. Yeah, I have my notes on my phone. It's going into the 21st century.
Wow. I'm what century? I have a notebook here with
20th. Okay. So again, it was X-Mite or Cheng that was able to, you know, kick out or put out of commission Darth Rain in that best of 3, which is, again, we were talking about this a while ago. Disaster RP coming in from the Initiate is the only Ripper going into this tournament.
I thought there were 2 Rippers.
Oh wait, were there 2 Rippers?
I think there are 2 Rippers. There are 2 Rippers here.
Sorry, 2 Reapers coming in from this tournament, and I think that, you know, the Saint matchup isn't that favorable with them. I was kind of curious to see what kind of, you know, strategy the Rippers would go against the Saint, but the only Saint in this tournament has been eliminated.
Exactly, and I'm really excited to see who the Gladiator, Cheng or X-Mite, is gonna be against later on, because bracket B we have a Guardian and a Ripper. So is it gonna be a Gladiator matchup, a Gladiator versus Ripper matchup, or a Gladiator versus Gladiator? That's gonna be pretty exciting if it's Gladiator versus Gladiator.
The brute force, you know, it's all about, I guess, like in PvPs, it's either the physical classes versus the physical slashes, and then when you go into the much more sorcerer side, you go in for like the flashy spells.
Yeah.
That's where I think the PvP stands out for me. It's because of the visualizations. But I
The,
think for
the
you,
visuals.
yeah, but I think for you, like, you're an RPG fanatic, so
I think the gladiator versus gladiator is an interesting matchup because melee, you have to. It's all about the skill rotations here and how they're going to be able to execute that perfectly, to how to chain their stuns, their lifts, their flinches, and of course, would like to point out as well that there is no magic except for Soul Eater here in this bracket for our top 8. So it's gonna be pretty exciting.
All right, so that rounds up for the first matchup. Again, that was Darthrain versus Xmite, also known as Chen, and well, Xmite was able to win that best of 3. He advances into the next stage of the tournament. So we'll be back after a very short break to go in for the next match, which will be Glenn versus Captain Lev.
Captain Lev.
So it's gonna be Glenn from Malaysia and Captain Lev
From the Philippines.
Okay, so again, for the last time for this first portion of the show, I am Asarai, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, ladies and gentlemen, again to the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup. I'm Asarai, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
All right, so that was again a beautiful set of matches coming in from Darthrain versus Xmite, or also known as Shen, and he was able to just beat out Darthrain 2-1. And now we're going into the match between. Let's go into the bracket to show our viewers the name of the players that shall be, duking it out.
Yes, and as you can see on your screens, we're gonna have Glenn versus Captain Lev. That's Malaysia versus the Philippines here. It's gonna be a Guardian versus Soul Eater matchup.
Yes. Okay, so
There.
there you go. So it's going to be Malaysian again, like you said already. Glenn versus Captain Lev, and I was actually reading the chat from Captain Lev in the lobby. He was like, "I'm ready to die." he feels like he's not gonna have any chance against Glenn here. But of course, we could give him the benefit of the doubt. So I'm just gonna signal our players to go into the match.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited actually about this matchup here. We'll see how they're gonna execute. It's gonna be Malaysia versus Philippines.
Okay, so now we are off to the Windy Arena. So again, guys, we would like to welcome you to the the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup. We have begun the match. It's going to be Lev Senpai versus Phantom Ash, also known as
Yes, as you can see here, who has the momentum here at this point? Like both of them still finding the opening here. That is Lev Senpai setting it up, trying to gain distance, manages to dash away from the wall to avoid getting pinned down. And look at those totems. Really, really deadly. There are the claws. The painful claws coming in from Lev Senpai. He's gonna get knocked up. Looks like this is the opening she has been waiting for. Lev Senpai doing it with all the claws coming in against Phantom Ash here. That's a Guardian, by the way. So look
It's
at
also
that.
known as Glenn.
Oh, it's Glenn.
Yeah, for you guys who are asking about why is his name Phantom Ash. Oh, he actually pins down Lev Senpai here, but Lev Senpai was able to tech out, uses another zoning tool there. And in terms of the damage, Phantom Ash is pretty damn tanky. Even in all of those spells coming out from Lev Senpai, he only takes around 17% damage, yeah.
Exactly.
So Lev Senpai is pretty squishy here.
Yes, especially with the buffs of the Guardian having a lot of damage redux in his hand. Is able to block some damage. So even though Lev Senpai is able to chain some skills, it won't be enough unless, he does it like Xmite did at round 1.
Yeah, is there enough time? 5 minutes onto the clock for, Lev Senpai to do anything against the same tanky Phantom Ash, or also known as Glenn here. There is some pretty nice damage on him.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, there you go. There's the damage that we were looking for.
Woo!
Alright, 39% right now, and Lev Senpai looks like he was able to do just that we were talking about. He's actually able to as well, distance himself against the Guardian and just not allow any form of opportunity. Hold that thought though, he does get knocked down.
There's the roll, there's the side steps, everything that gets electrocuted. Looks like he's trying to get some distance. Lev Senpai gets knocked up, but gets back up again in the beautiful, beautiful side steps there just to avoid the relics initiated by Phantom Ash here. Nicely done by Lev Senpai. And there it is, the 37% HP onto the Soul Eater. Meanwhile, 80% for the Guardian. What can Phantom Ash do to prolong this fight? Looks like he's gonna be like the Saint from earlier. Try to set up some relics, find some openings. Looks like he's having a hard time gap closing here. Trying to lock the Soul Eater down, but that is a ton of damage coming in from Lev Senpai. 27% HP as of this moment. Cannot find the momentum and opening that he needs at this point because of Lev Senpai. Pretty slippery. Gets knocked down, but easily recovers back up again.
Alright, now it's going to be a pretty close match here as again, both of these players are down onto 20%. You see that Phantom Ash is looking for a way to get into the zone or, you know, the proximity of Lev Senpai here. He does go with the damage knockup, but still not enough. 90% onto Lev Senpai. There's the will that actually, is that from?
Yes.
Yeah, that's executed. Oh, he's jumping up and down. He looks to at least play the keep away game. And looks like Glenn here might be on a bad side because, well, you were looking at how tanky he was a while ago, but you know what? You're a tank, but unless you can find, you know, the way into your opponent, it's not gonna matter. If your opponent can keep hitting you and just chip down into his chain.
Exactly.
He misses the dash.
Wow, look at the distance coming in from, the damage coming in from Lev Senpai here. 6% onto Phantom Ash, dominated victory. Round 1 goes to the Soul Eater. Look at that. Nice guild name, by the way. Lolly Knight.
Wow. I didn't, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So we're heading on to round 2 here. It was a prolonged fight, but because of the distance by Soul Eater and the Guardian having a hard time getting close to how slippery the Soul Eater is, that's why I think he's having a hard time eliminating. Yes.
Alright, so of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Dragon Nest Southeast Asia ESL Cup is brought to you by Shonda Games, Cherry Credits,
Identity Games, and hosted by ESL.
Alright, so now we're going into the second match, or second round here. It's going to be, again, wow, so this is Lev Senpai setting himself up with a lot of spells, right off the bat, and just pinning down to the ground Phantom Ash here.
Nicely executed there by Lev Senpai. The distance has been closed, but she's super brave there against Phantom Ash, not sort of respecting the distance, the close distance she has between, you know, him and Phantom Ash rather.
It's also actually the electrocute is making it so that Phantom Ash can actually be able to, you know, get into the range of Lev Senpai, but you know the dashes from that Soul Eater is enough to at least mitigate the follow-up that Phantom Ash is looking for. 56% right now to the 76 of Lev Senpai.
Man, Lev Senpai is just too slippery for Phantom Ash right here. Not enough close cap skills to try and pin her down. And meanwhile, there's the relic. It did not hit actually, and there comes the claws. Did not hit. Gets Lev Senpai gets knocked up, but easily recovers. There's a scary, scary lion there. Chain skills, nicely done dash, but it's not enough.
Alright, so now it's going to be Lev Senpai. You see that he has cornered into the wall. Phantom Ash here puts him down. Lots of AoE skills coming out of Lev Senpai. And even though this is a pretty squishy Soul Eater, he's not allowing, again, Phantom Ash even have a second of time alone with his HP. As I say that, he finds the combo, and that's a lot of damage from 70% down to 40. And now Phantom Ash is just kicking to the ground. Wow, what a jerk.
Yes, he was, but looks like Lev Senpai has immediately recovered from that. 36% HP rather for Lev Senpai. Meanwhile, that's Phantom Ash still trying to find the opening from earlier. That was great for him. He should keep doing that if he wants it to reach the round 3 here.
6%. If he can't win this one, obviously he won't be able to get to the third round.
Yeah.
He's down to 6% HP. but he is hanging on like a cat, a cat poster.
Cat
Hang
poster.
on.
Alrighty.
But-
I get you, bro.
Yeah, but when I say that, it's just, again, the bombardment of skills coming in from Lev Senpai here, or Captain Levy, who was able to dominate those 2 matches. And even though in that first round, it looked like Phantom Ash was, having that very dominant performance, it was still Lev Senpai or Captain Levy being on top.
Yeah, super difficult for Phantom Ash right there. And I guess that's it. He couldn't find the chain of skills that he wanted. I'm pretty sure he could have, but then the positioning and the slipperiness of the Soul Eater, very well played by Lev Senpai.
Yes, and again, guys, you saw there, the winner of the prize will get the Black Wing Dragon set.
Yep.
Which is, of course, a pretty badass equipment to be able to get.
Let's walk around town.
Yeah, for the finalists, of course.
Exactly.
When you
So-
see that, you won the Dragoness Southeast Asia Cup. That's
Yeah.
good. That's cool.
Exactly. And looks like we're going to have a Gladiator versus Soul Eater matchup later on to the bracket. But let's finish all our brackets first. We still have C, we still have D. So, wait, Lev Senpai is from the Philippines?
Philippines, yes.
Okay, so it's going to be Philippines versus Philippines later on for bracket E. But just as I said earlier, let's finish all the brackets first before we head on to the semifinals, rather.
Yes. For bracket C, it's going to be Disaster coming in from Indonesia. He's going to be the first Ripper that we'll be seeing in this tournament.
Yep.
And after that, it's going to be Nerubian, also known as Tempestance, who will be a Gladiator. So we'll be back after a very short break just to set up the room for you guys. Of course, I am Asarai, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
And again, this is the Dragon Nest Southeast Asia ESL Cup, brought to you by Shonda Games, Cherry Credits.
Identity Games, and hosted by ESL.
So we'll be back after a short break. Back, this is again the Dragon Nest Southeast Asia ESL Cup. I'm Asarai from Mineski TV, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
Yes, so now because of some issues with the players here, we're going to shift into the 4th match. So if we go into the bracket, we'll show to our viewers who these players are.
Yes, we're moving from bracket C. We're gonna move on first to bracket D. So that's Romeo from the Philippines versus Ratat. So it looks like we're gonna have a Guardian versus Ripper match here.
Yes,
This coming
exactly.
match. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna signal the players to start already, so we can go underway into the match. So for you viewers out there who have been waiting for quite a bit, we are sorry for the delay, but now we're going into the action immediately.
Yes, sir. So bracket C was supposed to be our first Ripper match, but looks like we're gonna have D instead here.
Okay, so it's going to be Mock Legion versus Forik. What are their names again?
Yes, Mock
Legion is Romeo and Forik is Ratat. So Mock Legion is the one from the Philippines and Forik is the one coming in from Malaysia.
And so let's see who gets the momentum first at this point. And it's the Ninja versus the Guardian here.
Paladin versus the Assassin
The
matchup.
Ripper, yeah.
So we'll see though, because, well, Mock Legion being on that Guardian is, I would say, a very good matchup against the Ripper, who, deals quite a bit of that beating damage.
Yes, it looks like he does have some
Physical
mid-range skills as well to counter the close gapping abilities this Guardian has. And it also, Ripper also has skills to reduce the defense of Mac Legion. So let's see how he will try to counter how tanky this guy is. Looks like he's trying to block and just try to stick onto Forik here. Try to dodge everything else.
Yeah, but look at this. Even with Mock Legion not being, looks like from our point of view, not that proactive, the damage is still being done onto Forik. And Forik here, he has been doing pretty well to actually, keep the distance from Mock Legion and going on to the point where Mock Legion is actually exposed. And you're seeing right now that he is doing just that. He's dishing quite a bit of damage, goes in and unleashes that 7 gate, unlocking all of his chi and just putting all the hurt onto Mock Legion there. Mock Legion down to about 60% HP. The bombardment of damage coming in from Euphoric has not yet stopped here, but it looks like Mock Legion has found just a way to do so. There's the lightning, and Euphoric is down.
Nicely done here. 55% HP onto Max Legion. Meanwhile, here for Euphoric, how many does he have left so far? Asteroid.
Alright, we do now see 25% onto Euphoric here, but again, he's just chaining all of his combos. There's the Shuriken coming out of him, pins him down, or pins him to the wall. Uses juggles there that he has, but Mock Legion is saying, get out of here! I'm just gonna try and slam you with my mace.
Yeah, he got his flame attack damage up right here, but he can't chain his skills properly because of the block damage. The blocking done by Mac Legion as Guardian. There's the Holy Cross actually not hitting so far. It looks like they're gaining some distance.
He was able to teleport right out of that, so Euphoric was safe by a little bit here. Saved by a little bit. 26. Oh god, 20% damage right off the bat coming out of Mock Legion, and now Euphoric is in a bad spot, but Mock Legion not falling behind in terms of I mean, you know, both of these players already down in HP, but Mock Legion having a slightly better hand because of, you know, being the Guardian and having a ton of heal, and never mind, he actually boosts up back to 28. Gets himself there, of course, another heal skill, and Euphoric.
4%.
What can you do? He throws out the Shuriken.
Oh my god, is this gonna be a turnaround? He's dodging some skills, gaining some distance, but there's the combo! Heal for the ninja here. 5% HP, 7k actually being healed, and there comes Tornado. He actually goes down, and there's a chain of attacks coming in from the Guardian. 4%, he's still hanging on, dominated, and that is the Guardian finishing it off for round 1 against Euphoric.
Slams it to the ground. What a beautiful finish there coming out of Mock Legion. It looked like he was being, you know, on the backhand against Euphoric, but having again that Guardian, the heals, you know, just canceling out the damage coming in from Euphoric is, well, what allowed Mock Legion to win out that game. So of course, Sustain is just that strong against the Ripper.
Yeah, we'll see though. It is who is the Philippine and then the Malaysian again. So Guardian is from the Philippines, Ripper is from Malaysia. So game 1, Mac Legion.
Also known as Romeo.
Romeo, alright.
And Euphoric, also known as Ratat, coming in from Malaysia. So we're going into the second match. Of course.
We'll see though.
Again, guys, just a recap again. It's Mock Legion 1-0.
Yes.
Leading, I mean, by Mock Legion. Alright.
Yes. This Dragoness Southeast Asian ESL Cup is brought to you by Shanda Games, Cherry Credits, Identity Games, and hosted by
ESL. Alright, so we have gone underway for the second match. Euphoric looking to at least have a revenge match against, or a revenge round against Mock Legion here. He puts him down to the ground, but Mock Legion fast attack out right there. Puts himself through the wall though, but Euphoric being very, very safe right here, looks for an angle where he can pin down first Mock Legion and then goes in for the combo that he was doing in that first round.
Well, look at that. Euphoric not being able to chain that skill down, and looks like Guardian actually trying to get some momentum. It's actually staggered right there for just a little bit. Nicely done by Euphoric.
Alright, so you see right now, Mock Legion as well as Euphoric, same percents of HP, but you have to know that Mock Legion in his pocket does have the heal right intact. I think there was a heal also there coming out of Euphoric, but not as you know, not as prominent in terms of how much you can heal it coming compared to Mock Legion's skills. So there's the resist. Mock Legion will not go down. Euphoric, he will not go down. Oh, he pins him to the wall! Alright, there you go. He goes down, and Mock Legion has put quite a bit of damage on the front. He was able to just dodge all of those.
Yeah, just only one stun connect. Not able to chain properly here, and Euphoric immediately recovers after that nice side step right there.
Flurry of the skills and locking his 7th gate right there. And Mock Legion, he's tanky, he's being chipped down slowly but surely. 74% right now, but Mock Legion gonna say, no, I'm gonna put some damage back onto you, fella. And both these guys, looks like it's I would say very close match compared to a while ago where Euphoric was just really, really strong. But again, because of how this matchup is, you have to still know that Mock Legion in his arsenal still has that heal ready and waiting if ever he does go down in terms of HP. And he has down to 35 right now because of, again, the bombardment, the flurry of skills coming out from Forik.
Yeah, Mac Legion doing his best to try to stick around, but looks like since he's at 35% HP, he's trying to find the opening that he needs because he needs to let Forik dish out the skills and just wait for the cooldowns here. Looks like that this is his opening.
Alright, so you can see there, Mock Legion was around down HP, but he was able to heal himself up at
74%!
Yeah, now 54%, 44% onto Forik. The damage coming out of Mock Legion is just too real. He's trying to at least combo skills. Misses quite a bit though, but Mock Legion is being juggled and pinned to the wall, ladies and gentlemen. 44% here for Forik. Clocking down to 63.
Well, Forik having sort of a hard time here, but looks like he found the momentum that he needed from a while ago. He's just knocking him up, and it looks like Mac Legion is able to recover from that, but looks like Forik still at it again onto the Guardian, not allowing him to recover.
There we go. Forik says, "Get over here, or I'll go over there." And he goes in and just hammers on to Mac Legion, putting down to 31% HP. But Forik is in the same amount of HP as well. But Mock Legion is being juggled, and I say juggled here, ladies and gentlemen. Forik is just relentless. He is adamant in just putting down Mock Legion, because if he does not, Mock Legion will go into the bracket F? Yes,
bracket F. Great chain of skills here by Forik here on the Ripper. Meanwhile, that's what he's looking for. He gets knocked up. Mac Legion gets knocked up. Looks like he's trying to find a better positioning here. He manages to heal up just quite a bit just to stay longer in this battle. But look at that!
Look at that! He's showing some some kickboxing moves there coming in from Mock Legion, but hopefully, or fortunately, Forik was able to tech out, and he actually built himself up quite a bit there, up to 25%, and Mock Legion down to 16. If Forik actually just goes in and stops, the laser! Mafari Malaysia puts down Forik to 16%, and again, what Forik is doing right now is that he's not allowing Mock Legion to even have a breath to himself, because if he does, I think that's going to be like 20% HP going back onto Mock Legion, possibly, sealing the deal for Forik here. And Forik down to 5%. It's almost! But there's the smash coming in from Mock Legion. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Mock Legion, also known as Romeo, stopping Forik, also known as Ratat, from, going into that third round.
Ah, damn. So we're going to have a third round?
Don't think so. That was a 2-0.
Oh yeah, the 2-0. Right. So congratulations to the Guardian from the Philippines here. Wow.
Going to be Mock Legion, man. That guy.
Romeo.
Yeah. Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I knew it. I knew you'd take that bit.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that does conclude the fourth match for this tournament. It was, again, Mock Legion, also known as Romeo, was able to take out Forik, also known as Ratat, the... Was that he?
The Ripper.
He was the other Malaysian player coming in onto this tournament. I think both Malaysians were already removed from the tournament. Yes, they were.
They were.
So it's only Indonesian who we're looking for. It's Disaster RP versus Nerubian. Hopefully when we get back, their match will go underway. So we're seeing right now the brackets.
Yes.
It's going to be X-Might versus Captain Lev, the Filipinos, against each other. And wow, it's Filipino domination here.
Hot damn. Yeah, exactly. I kind of wonder if we're going to have a Philippines versus Philippines or Philippines versus Indonesia at this point.
Yeah, true that. So again, guys, when we get back, hopefully it's going to be the match between Disaster RP coming in from Indonesia, who will go against Nerubian, also known as Tempestance, coming in from the Philippines. And I was reading the Twitch chat a while ago. If you're asking, we're both Filipinos, guys.
Yes.
Like, are these guys Filipino? Are these casters Filipinos?
Yes, we are.
Alright, so again, this is the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup, presented by Cherry Credits,
Shonda Games, Identity Games, and hosted by ESL.
So we'll be back after a short break while we're setting up the rooms. Hopefully, again, we do, go underway with the match and no more delays. So we'll be back after a very short break, guys.
Philippines versus Indonesia here. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth.
Yes, Nerubian versus Disaster, the only Indonesian to get into the final 8.
Exactly. Just imagine 100 players have registered. We're down to our top 8. Now we're just around 4 players left. We'll see though. Disaster RP versus Tempestants. Let's see who'll get the first momentum, first combo of skills.
So it's going to be, again, the Ripper versus the Gladiator. So it's going to be physical, melee on attacks all day long.
Yes. It's like the Gladiator is trapped against the wall, able to recover immediately.
And you see that Tempest is having a bit of trouble here, already down to 59% HP as Disaster pretty healthy with that 84. He has been just dodging left and right, you know, the ninja moves.
Of course, in terms of mobility, you gotta hand it to the Ripper compared to the Gladiator here. It's like 78%, pretty healthy for the Ninja here on the Ripper. Meanwhile, Tempestants, on the other hand, might be having a hard time here.
Yeah, he makes Disaster flinch for a little bit, but Disaster doesn't stop in the teleport, so the Peasants can't find that, you know, that opening to actually keep on continuing his combos. But Disaster RP is now in a very bad spot as well. Tempestance has had enough. He says, I can't find a way for me to get to you. I'll just, you know, spam out all of my AoE skills and hope for the best. And hoping for the best, it is what looks like is working for Tempestance here. He's down to 6% HP, but Disaster is down to 18%. But
Whoa.
no, there you go. There's the unleash of the 7 gates. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, Disaster gets that first round, 1-0 right now in favor of the Indonesian player.
That's the Ripper for you against the Gladiator. And it looks like the Gladiator wasn't able to find the opening that he needed. It was perfectly executed by Disaster RP there. And great job. Looks like I'm quite curious if this will actually reach a best of 3. Pretty excited, you know, if it's going to be a Philippines versus Indonesia thing, you know?
Yeah, that'll be pretty interesting.
Uh-huh.
But I think right now, going into the second round, Tempestance here, he knows, throw out every AoE slash that you have and just catch out Disaster, because he has been coming in from all angles right now. He uses the combo slashes there, goes in for the damage, and wow, look at the HP of Tempestance just being shredded like cheese onto spaghetti or something.
Yeah, that's pretty delicious to me. Meanwhile, that is Tempestance actually trying his best to recover, but to no avail. Disaster RP just keeps chaining skills left and right here, and non-stop. Looks like there's no opening for Tempestance at this point.
Yeah, Tempestance missing his gap-closing dashes there, and Disaster RP capitalizing on every single mistake that Tempestance has created, and he is just like, oh no, GG. He's looking right at it. 8%, 5%, 3, 2, 1, there we go. That was even faster than round 1, and ladies and gentlemen, Disaster coming in from Indonesia, kicking out or putting away Tempestance in this best of 3. So he's going to be that guy who shall be going up into bracket F.
Hot damn, that was a very quick match. I mean, it's apparently.
That's gonna be, well, Pinoy power. Pinoy's power. So it's going to be the Gladiator going against the Soul Eater.
Yes, sirree. So Lev Senpai versus X Might. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Good luck, have fun, you guys. It's gonna be Soul Eater versus Gladiator.
Yeah, we did see a similar matchup against Lev Senpai, which was against the Guardian, but we'll see, because of course the Gladiator, being a much more offensive class, might have something to say against this aggressive zoning or, you know, keep away play style of Lev Senpai. Notice me, Senpai, says X-Might here.
Exactly, and just the same tactics this Lev Senpai has been doing against the Guardian from the earlier brackets, and I think X-Might is doing a better job. I think it's because of his class, but then again, the class are just too painful for, what do you call this, for X-Might right here. Gets knocked down, but gets up again immediately. The combos are not hitting so far, and he's just trying to use the skills to try and keep distance and dodge away the skills at this point. And looks like Lev Senpai taking a few hits, but nope! 68% dominating performance once again by the Soul Eater.
Wow, that Soul Eater just really shredding, ripping through away at the HPs of X-Might, not allowing him to even come back from that match. So that is 1 point already for the side of Lev Senpai, but it is again, guys, a best of 5, so he still needs 2 more points. And you know, within those 2 rounds, it could be X-Mite just finding a way to counter out this Soul Eater keep away style that Lev Senpai has brought into the tournament.
Exactly. Reverse sweeps do happen, and it looks like if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Lev Senpai just doing the same tactics he did from the previous rounds, bringing it on, carrying it over here to against X-Mite.
There we go. You do see that X-Mite tries to go in with the gap close, but Lev Senpai too quick on the trigger, or too quick on those ninja feet. You know, I don't know, whatever. Just very, very light feet. There you go.
Yeah.
And was able to dodge away anything that X-Mite was doing. Pushes him through the wall, and X-Mite here. What will you do, my friend? Tries to slash to the left, to the right, but Lev Senpai isn't even there, so it's not going to connect to him at all. 88% still is the HP of Lev Senpai, and X-Mite, little by little, he is about to go down.
Yes, nice chain of skills and dodges coming in from Lev Senpai here. Not allowing the X-Mite to even try to get a combo in, but X-Mite still trying his best to recover from round 1, not get tilted. There's a knock up. Nice cyclone there. Nice chain of skills just to keep him up. Knockdown, gets lifted, not allowing the rollover and try to recover here. Lev Senpai manages to, but still X-Mite doing it.
Looks like the damage from that cyclone was enough, and there's the finalizing blow. We do see right now that X-Mite has found a way. He is just setting up himself for enough range that he can hit the cyclone and then follow it up with some takedown damage.
Yeah, exactly. Just keeping Lev Senpai up in the air, chaining the right skills at the right time, not allowing Lev Senpai to recover, and yeah, just let the skills do the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very close match. I would say in terms of the points, but then in terms of how the matches were going for the first and second one, it looked like it was in favor of Lev Senpai for first, and then in the second part of the second round, X-Mite found a way and was able to rip at Lev Senpai. We do have to note that Soul Eaters, again, have very low HP pools, so just a few combos from X-Mite might decide already the life of Lev Senpai here in this, going in onto this third round.
Yeah, gotta watch out for the Spectre of Pain for the stacks here. Nicely done from Lev Senpai. A great counterattack from X-Mite as well with a Cyclone.
Lev Senpai! And we do see that Lev Senpai right now is trying to heal himself back up, but he allows for the combo of X-Mite to just follow through. There's the kick, there's the slash! There you go. He's just going for the punishing blows left and right, but Lev Senpai was able to tech out right now. And he's trying to find some distance, not allowing, or just trying to keep away from X-Mite. There you go, there's the Firewolf, or Lion, and he's just trying to say, no, get away from me, stop it! And X-Mite is just relentless, and I mean relentless. Look at how many skills he's just putting down to try and keep Lev Senpai honest, not allowing him to be comfortable as possible. As this, how do you say it? Not comfortable at all in this matchup right now. But look at that, 10 HP left.
Exactly, 11% at this point for X-Mite. Will he be able to recover from this? The claws aren't hitting, but the lions are. And he's down. Victory, 2 points goes to the Soul Eater.
Yeah, and that shall be giving again 2-1 already. 1 more point, and Lev Senpai. Notice me, Senpai will be able to win this best of 5 and shoot up into the finals bracket. Whoever will win that one will go against him if he wins this 4th round.
Exactly. At this point, there hasn't been really a close round. It's more of a one-sided for each round for these two players here, Lev Senpai and X-Mite. So X-Mite definitely doesn't want to get kicked out right away. I kind of wonder if we're going to reach round 5 between these two players. Take note that these two are from the Philippines, and looks like Soul Eater definitely has the momentum at this point because, of course, 1 more win, he's moving on to the finals.
Alright, so now, like you said, 1 more win. He's going to move on to the finals. X-Mite, the pressure is on. Can he find this 4th round to be his own, or will he allow Lev Senpai to get that 3-1?
Let's see though, the claws aren't hitting so far. 78% HP onto X-Mite. There it is, and that is what Lev Senpai is looking for at this point. That's the ghosts are just too painful right now. Lev Senpai is able to recover from that one, able to dodge, but not. That is a great mid-air attack coming in from the Soul Eater.
There you go. He puts down the the kind of relic there.
Yeah.
Just to zone out X-Mite. Right now, X-Mite is down onto the ground. He rips through the soul of X-Mite, and he's now down to 23% HP. There goes all the fluttering skills that Lev Senpai wants. He's 63%.
Yep.
If X-Mite can find himself a way, again, like he did a while ago with the
Yes.
Cyclone, to at least keep Lev Senpai from summoning any skills, as well as keeping him onto, you know, the air and keeping him disabled, he might be able to come back from this. But no, 6% left for X-Mite, and wow, it's just gonna take nothing short of a miracle here for X-Mite to come back from this.
Whoa!
Is this the miracle that he's looking for? He's going for it. He's 0% HP.
Whoa!
Oh my god, what's keeping him alive?
What's going on, man? And meanwhile, dominated. There you go. He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead. He's down for the count. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Lev Senpai is your winner. Senpai, please notice me. And he'll be going into the finals. Bracket, the last bracket of the tournament. So whoever wins the second semifinals, that's going to be Disaster versus Romeo, will be going against Lev Senpai, or Captain Lev in other terms.
Yes.
Okay.
Looks like Soul Eater really did have a dominating performance. X-Mite really had the chance there. But looks like, yeah, the momentum is on Lev Senpai's side.
Yeah.
And we'll see. The next match is going to be between
Romeo versus Disaster.
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be the only Indonesian player, or the only outside of the Philippines player, going against Romeo. So, you guys in the chat there, who are you rooting for? Tell us. We'll, you know, show your chat
support.
Oh,
show your support.
Yeah, we'll tell your support later. Kung may shoutout man kayo, if ever, we might, you know, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
So again, we're just gonna be back after a very short break to set up the room yet again for the second semifinals round. It's going to be another best of 5 Disaster versus Romeo. So again, I am Asarai, coming in from Mineski TV. I'm a Mineski TV talent, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
Also a Mineski TV talent. And we'll be, oh sorry, and again, this is the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup, brought to you by Cherry Credits Shonda Games.
Identity Games, hosted by ESL.
And we'll be right back. Alright, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is again the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup. I'm of course Asarai from Mineski TV. I'm a Mineski TV talent, and alongside here with me is
Riku.
Also a Mineski TV talent.
Yes,
so yeah, we're going now into the second semifinals match. That's going to be Romeo going against Disaster. So it's going to be Disaster playing with the Ripper, and Romeo will be using that Guardian.
So it's Philippines versus Indonesia here. Just as you said earlier, the only guy left that's, you know, not from the Philippines in this tournament. So it's going to be really exciting to see if this is going to be a Philippines versus Indonesia, or is this going to be a straight out PH versus PH.
Yeah, so I have sent the goal signal, the GLH chef. Let's go. And now we're going into the first best of 5, second best of 5 match for the semifinals.
Yes.
So Mock Legion is Romeo. So for you guys out there who might be a little bit confused, it's Mock Legion from the Philippines and Disaster from Indonesia, because his name hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, so let's see here. What is the star? Getting buffed up right away, of course. That's what you do. Meanwhile, Shuriken's being tossed out by Disaster. RP, he did chain a bunch of skills and the momentum earlier against the first round onto this tournament, but it looks like it probably won't be the same again. But let's see if he's able to get that rhythm in this game against Mock Legion.
Oh, he goes in V right there, and can Mock Legion find him? He shows himself, but no follow-up just there yet. He puts a lot of combos onto Mock Legion, but Mock Legion too damn tanky. Look at that, 90 HP already, or 90% HP, but Disaster was just taking too much retaliation damage coming in from Mock Legion. If he can channel up his combo, maybe he can't find enough debuff, or the debuffs, you know, to put a lot of extra damage onto Mock Legion right now. 61% HP onto Disaster, 86 for Mock Legion, and Well, again, it's going to be the Guardian. I mean, lots of Philippine players or Filipinos coming in onto this match.
Yeah.
We love that Guardian.
I really do love the Guardian. There comes across. It does actually hit just a little bit. That is the invincibility from the Ripper right here. Just trying to get some distance and just throw some shurikens and probably wait for a bunch of cooldowns to get in so that he'll be able to chain those skills.
Looks like he wants to chain those skills right now. Goes in for the smash there, coming in from the heavens. But still to no avail. Mock Legion still pretty damn healthy here. But Disaster looks like he's about to go for some combos. There you go. He initiates with the release of that 7-gauge chakra. Throws out the shuriken. Just goes in and bombards Mock Legion while he's on the ground. Mock Legion looks like he wants to tech out. But again, Disaster Peer doesn't want him to do so. Disaster goes again.
Whoa.
Envy. I think this is the first time he's showing his envy side, you know? Just giving respect to how Mock Legion can just go into your face and just slap you down. And that has been looking while what was happening, you know, in the previous matches against Mock Legion's previous opponent. Disaster Peer, though, looks like he's a different brand of Ripper right now because he is just making Mock Legion work for it.
Yes, the damage redux though also works well for Mock Legion. Disaster RP has to do more than what he has been doing so far. Meanwhile though, 36 HP, that's what I've been talking about. Just said, rather. Looks like 36% HP, meanwhile, that's 52. It's a pretty close match, and Mock Legion is still able to recover, but, you know, Disaster RP can finish it in a couple of blows as long as the buffs aren't there for Mock Legion here as a Guardian.
Yeah, there you go. He has...
Whoops, 70%!
Well, he had the heal there, my friend.
Yep, yes he does.
But we have seen right now the Disaster, aside from just, you know, again, waiting for his cooldowns and then setting up quite a bit of damage, he has to also, in the time that he is on his combo cooldown, to be able to at least stop Mock Legion from just healing it back right up, because we were seeing like it was around, what, 30% HP?
Yeah, 30%.
And back up to 70. Yeah, exactly. That's going to be another wall that Disaster has to climb up in order for him to finish out this. This is just the first round. This is just too damn intense already.
Exactly. And just imagine the match ends in like 5 minutes. Whoever does the most damage, the one who gets less HP at the end of the round, of course, will lose. But meanwhile, here 55% HP on Disaster RP at this point, and the damage redux and the critical reduction by Mock Legion here as a Guardian is just not helping Disaster RP at all to try and chain down the skills for him to be able to get the momentum that he needs.
Yeah, and now it's only down to that 1 minute window, 23% to the 50 coming in from Mock Legion.
You know what? Mock Legion can actually win this just by prolonging the fight and just not allowing, Disaster RP to deal more damage. Just keep dodging and keep recovering, but there's the stun. It looks like Disaster RP knows what's up. There's like more or less 30 seconds on the clock, 15% HP onto himself. Meanwhile, how many HP does Mock Legion have? He has 34%. He can prolong this fight. He can keep blocking, and he can keep prolonging and get the heal up once again after it's done cooldown.
Yeah, you already saw Disaster RP knows what's up, so he's just going in relentless with the combos. Just goes in left and right, look at that, slashing away, hoping for the best, and it's only 13 seconds into the clock. Mock Legion so low in HP. Disaster RP has 33. If Mock Legion can't find anything, this first round's gonna go into the hands of Disaster RP. Disaster RP played that perfectly.
Where's the heal?
2-1, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Disaster RP winning the first round. Is that right?
Yes,
so that was
we're
right.
winning the first round. It was different compared to the other rounds that we have experienced, where it just ended around 1 or 2 minutes. And then, meanwhile, Disaster RP, they played the waiting game. They played the sustain game here. And obviously, Disaster RP came up on top. Mock Legion wasn't able to reach the heal on cooldown. Wasn't able to recover from that. So, well played.
Yeah, that was a pretty smart play coming in from Disaster RP. He knew the best way or the right way to actually play this matchup against the Guardian. He didn't go in too over-aggressive. He knew that when Mock Legion goes in for the heal, he has a cooldown. He knows when the cooldown was there.
Yes.
As well as when he knew that the time was very low, so that he was just like, screw it, let's just go in for the combos, and he
Yes.
had enough damage to like 20% damage, so he put like Mach Legion to like 15%. He was still like at 33% HP, so he won out that round from just outlasting a Guardian. I mean, how even do you do that? Ripper outlasting a Guardian, right?
Yeah, right. And he basically read the what do you call it, the strategy of what Mach Legion wanted to do. He wanted to prolong the fight, dodge as many skills as he can because the time was ticking, time was running out, and very well played by Disaster RP. Looks like he knows what he has to do at this point against Mach Legion.
Look at the combos there, left and right. Oh,
wow!
There you go. He's just putting him from the first, let's say, point A to point C, pushing him to the very reaches of his limit. Now 40% HP for Mach Legion here, and he hasn't had the opportunity to actually stand up. I mean, he has been lying down this whole second game. There you go.
Yeah, lifted up in the air, and here comes the dash. It looks like he smashes the ground. It did not hit. It does hit.
Justice Crash.
Wow, look at that. And for the Ripper, it works really, really well since he has a debuff to reduce the defense of this Guardian. 60% HP as of this moment. He's not stopping. It's crazy.
There you go. He's looking at him with just blood in his eyes, and Mach Legion is trying to find a way to at least heal himself back up. Can or will Disaster RP allow this? No, look at that. Disaster RP is just relentless. He has, the scent of his opponent. He is bleeding to death. 12% HP, and look at Disaster RP, just 67. Oh my god, man, look at the damage coming out of Mach Legion, just shredding at that ninja's HP.
Yes, 45% HP. Meanwhile, that's 4%. He's hanging on by a thread. He's looking for him. He's invisible. He finds him. Now he's on the ground. There he goes again. Nicely done dodge by the ninja. That's 4% HP left. Meanwhile, Disaster RP has 41. He's pretty healthy. The laser misses. And that is Disaster RP's opening. He can dash in. He has so many close gaps, but he's still looking for that opening that he needs right now. 7% HP. He's slowly recovering at this point. Astra, I don't know who's going to win, but Mach Legion could actually lose this at this point.
Misses there, the crash coming in from the heavens, and he pins him down to the ground, and there you go. He's down to 0% HP, and the finalizing kick to the head will put him to his death. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Second round of the match going into the hands of Disaster RP.
Hot damn, the Ripper just doing it against the Mach Legion. I wonder if there's going to be a reverse sweep, but as it looks at this point, Ripper just has the momentum, and he definitely knows what to do against this Guardian.
True that. So I'm just saying again, G immediately. So we go into the third round, and Disaster RP is just saying, I will not bow down to you Filipinos, man. This guy is just making me feel like, a giddy schoolgirl seeing her crush for the the time that he goes in front of you, like, oh, whatever.
Oh, senpai.
Oh, senpai.
So okay, here's round 3. Is this gonna be Disaster RP taking it out to the finals, or is it gonna be Mach Legion doing the reverse sweep, or just giving Disaster RP a hard time? I don't know what's gonna happen at this point, but looks like yes, Disaster RP does have the momentum here, throwing him some shurikens, gaining the distance, and looks like he has the potential to actually take this round for himself.
Alright, now we do see that Mach Legion has reduced the damage right now, and even though we did see that Disaster RP, like you said, has taken the initiative and found, the early round start momentum, Mach Legion has yet to yield for this third round. This is his final round, so he's gonna have to dig deep inside of him and find that, that winning formula that can allow him to possibly go for a reverse sweep. Disaster RP, again, is relentless, throws out the chains, throws out the shurikens, and he is not allowing Mach Legion to set up anything at all.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get locked down here. Mach Legion is able to get up again after that really, really effective combo as he goes invisible. Disaster RP trying to find an opening, waiting for Mach Legion to finish off his kicks, and that's a shuriken returning to him. Meanwhile, Mach Legion just trying to stick to Disaster RP at this point to try to dodge. Here comes the buff onto himself. That's a chain of skills. He gets electrocuted here. Disaster RP still doing it, 68% onto him. Meanwhile, Mach Legion has 62%. It's a pretty close fight for a round 3 at this point.
That's true, but again, you don't want to actually get that much damage from Disaster RP. I mean, it's not supposed to be this equivalent trade of HPs. It's not alchemy, man. It's not, you know, 1:1, Edward Ulrich.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we'll see right now. 61% to that 60, and Mock Legion here, he's just trying to at least find, I would say, some range, some distance coming out away from Disaster RP, firing his laser. But Disaster RP didn't take quite a bit of damage there. There you go. He finds the gap close, goes in for the smashes, but Disaster RP was not taken down, and he's just going in left and right with a Fury slashes there. And he is down to 33% HP, but we've seen this in the first round. Will Disaster RP do another of those formulas? He's going just left and right, dodging Mock Legion here. Mock Legion is going to say, no, I'm going to find you even if you're invisible. I am just going to see you right there. Okay, we see it right now.
Wow, nice interrupt coming in from Mock Legion. He dashes out forward just to try and get the cooldowns right, and here he comes. Looks like he's ready. Meanwhile, Mock Legion just running around. How much HP does he have left? He's still pretty healthy at this point, but you know, from round 1, he can do the same thing all over again, and 52% is pretty okay against a 19% Disaster RP Ripper. Will this turn into a round 4? I'm not sure, Asarai.
Yeah, he's looking for that takedown so that he can, you know, keep the combos as Mock Legion is going down. As Mock Legion goes down. But again, you have to know that cleric classes, especially one of a Guardian, you know, has that super armor. So we'll have to take note that he needs to break that armor first before he can keep his combos. Because we did see like a lot of the instances Mock Legion was able to tech out quite a few times already. But oh my god, look at the damage! Just
look at the sustain!
He's so hungry for that damage, for that 3-0. Disaster RP is going for it, 4%. He's still at 90%.
Whoa!
With the chains, and ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Disaster RP going in, and he shall be facing Levy Senpai Taicho, or Captain Levy.
Yeah.
In the finals, it's going to be the Ripper versus the Soul Eater. Nobody from the Guardians got into the finals.
Yeah, and looks like...
Alright, so we're back, I guess.
Hot damn, that was just so impressive to watch. I mean, I think the Guardian wasn't able to keep up from the chain of skills, from the combos. The invisibility timings that the Ripper did from Indonesia really caught the Guardian off guard. He tried to find him, but it did not. Wasn't able to. I mean, he was pretty healthy at some point. But, you know... the Indonesian player, what's his name again?
Disaster
RP really played his skills well, really chained everything so well, and because of that, he was able to, even though he's low HP, was able to finish off the fight.
Yeah, now we're going to just, you know, fix the match first for the finals. It's going to be Levy Senpai, Captain Levy versus, again, Disaster RP. It's going to be the Soul Eater versus the Ripper. So a while ago, we did see how the playstyle coming in from Levy Senpai, just the keep away.
Yeah.
And as for Disaster RP, it was a mix of keep away as well as, you know, just rushing in onto your face when your cooldowns are off, or when his cooldowns are on and your cooldowns are off.
He just chains them so quickly, it's hard to react.
Alright, so we'll be back after a very short break. I believe the room is already ready, so we just have to join, and then we're gonna go into the finals. Again, it's going to be Disaster RP coming in from Indonesia, and it's Captain Levy, or Levy Senpai, with a Soul Eater coming in from the Philippines. So again, this is the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup, presented by Cherry Games, Shonda Games, or Cherry Credits and Shonda Games.
Yes, and Identity Games, and this is hosted by ESL.
Of course, I am Asterai, Mineski TV Talent, and alongside here with me is...
Riku, Mineski TV Talent.
Yes, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
Welcome back, guys, to the Dragoness Southeast Asia Cup, ESL Cup. I'm, of course, Asterai from Mineski TV, and alongside here with me is...
Riku.
From Mineski TV.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Alright, so if you guys want to follow us on our social media accounts, you can see there at the bottom, Asterai PH, as well as...
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, that's hers. GS Riku and Riku PH. So now we're going into the finals, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Indonesia versus Philippines. Levy Senpai, Captain Levy versus Disaster RP. It's going to be the Ripper versus the Soul Eater.
This is a very, very interesting matchup. Same as the semifinals. We're going to have a best of 5 series. I have no idea who's going to win. So yeah, show your support at Twitch chat right now. Who's gonna win, Indonesia or Philippines, Lev Senpai or Disaster RP? I'm pretty excited about this matchup so far. It's magic here, the magical class.
Again, we have to note how these players have been, strategizing on their characters or on their classes and how to use them. Disaster RP, he likes to find, these really nice timings on where his opponents can't use the spells or when he finds the openings, and he's just really good at that. But then Lev Senpai, he's just the keep away champion right now. He's the keep away girl or the keep away boy. I'm not sure what his gender is, but you can tell me. Oh, look at that! He's just saying what? What's happening?
Damn! It's the Reaper. The Ripper is not allowing the Soul Eater to cast any of the important spells just to try and set up the terrain for herself. But meanwhile, Disaster RP looks like he's having the time of his life, chaining everything, not allowing this Lev Senpai to recover. 34% on the HP bar at this point. I think this is going to be a fast match if Lev Senpai doesn't dodge all of these overwhelming skills coming from Disaster RP.
Yeah, he just comes out right in your face and says, slap it to you, man. Now it's going to be 29% to the 28. It's a very close match. But again, it's just Disaster RP being relentless against Lev Senpai. If he allows Lev Senpai to even have a fraction of range, he will allow Lev Senpai to just dish out all of those annoying range skills.
Nicely done.
You have to know that Disaster RP has quite a bit of, ninja skills here. He has the invisibility, he has the gap close, but he's so low in HP. 20% still for Lev Senpai. Just one wrong move and Lev Senpai will be getting the first round in this best of 5 for the finals.
Did Disaster RP heal up? Yes, he did. He did have the sustained 40% HP onto himself. Lev Senpai might be in trouble. Disaster RP does have the momentum, and yes, he does get it. Round 1 goes to Indonesia.
Uses the Rock Lee Twister move to, finalize the damage onto Lev Senpai.
Ah, damn. Look at that. Round 1. I mean, Lev Senpai has to watch out for that sustain coming in from the Ripper. Because I believe Lev Senpai just has to overwhelm Disaster RP with skills. Chain them on, stun, just keep him up in the air, chain those CCs properly. Or else, I think the sustain coming in from the Ripper is just gonna give Lev Senpai a hard time.
Yeah, and this just comes back to one of the weaknesses I would say coming in from the playstyle of Lev Senpai as well as I think the class itself. You cannot allow this to happen.
Yeah.
The combo classes such as the Ripper is just too damn powerful against Lev Senpai, and he even knows it. Yeah, okay. Now look at it, HP 42%, 38%, already down to half, more than half actually. And Disaster RP was caught out just a little bit, but he wasn't able, Lev Senpai wasn't able to, get that knockdown for him to set himself up with some nice skills as he was doing a while ago against the Guardians of the PH. And Disaster RP still pretty healthy to 46. Lev Senpai, he took quite a bit of damage right now, and he's still taking, but not as much as the round started. But that doesn't matter anymore because look at the combos. GG comes out of Lev Senpai. It's only the second round, but he feels the pressure coming out of Disaster RP. The guy that we were talking about, he said, wait, I'm still patching my game.
But then,
he's like, okay, the champion is here. Bow down to the champion.
Yeah, this is round 2 for Disaster RP. He takes it so easily away from Lev Senpai. What is Lev Senpai gonna do? I mean, I gotta hand it to this Soul Eater here from the Philippines. He does dodge quite well, but the thing is, everything is just so overwhelming. Disaster RP does not stop, and he does know how to play the cooldowns really, really well.
Oh, he dashes right in front and starts the combo right off the bat. Now we do see that Lev Senpai, 93% HP, still pretty healthy, puts down finally Disaster RP, but Disaster RP was able to tech out from that initiate coming in from Lev Senpai. Now he's taking quite a bit of damage, but he's dealing damage back onto Lev Senpai. The juggle is real, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. There you go. There's the Rock Lee knock-up, but look at his HP. 46%, 70 for Disaster RP, and this is looking to be a disaster.
Yeah.
for Lev Senpai.
Looks like it. Disaster RP just keeping his distance, waiting for the cooldowns to be on. Meanwhile, that is Lev Senpai
wow.
trying to find the opening. He's still pretty healthy at this point. What is Lev Senpai's HP right now? 35%. She's still rather trying to survive, trying to find the distance, just trying to find the claws in. There's the ghost, and here comes everything from Disaster RP. He's trying to hit. He's still chasing her down, and it hits right now. Looks like Lev Senpai is in big trouble.
Yeah, it was pretty smart coming in from Disaster RP. He knows that whenever Lev Senpai uses an AoE, circle AoE in front of her, he can just dash in front and then, have free time with Lev Senpai saying, this is our moment to shine. And look at that, it might be the 3-0. Disaster RP, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our champion for the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup. It's going to be Disaster RP, not even allowing Lev Senpai to have just like even one freaking round.
I know. I didn't give Lev Senpai a chance.
So
yeah, there we go. Indonesia wins this tournament right here, the Dragoness Southeast Asian ESL Cup. Wow, just super dominating performance coming in from him.
Yeah, so congratulations again to Disaster RP. Again, for you guys who didn't know, the contestants who have joined us can only come from the Westwood or Greenwood servers.
Yep.
So again, congratulations again to Disaster. You'll be winning yourself a Black Guardian Dragon set. So
wow.
That's some great moolah for you to use, to use flash off to your friends,
to show off.
or your guildmates and say, guys, I won.
3-0. Really quick rounds.
Exactly. So, again, for the last time, Disaster, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
We were expecting, just because of the abundance of PH players, they might be the PH champion.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Nope.
It was 5 players from the final 8. There were 5 players, and from the Philippines, and 2 from Malaysia, and the only one there from Indonesia. That is Disaster RP, and he wins the championship. That is amazing. Good game.
Yeah,
Good
that
game.
is very, very true. So, I guess that concludes it.
Wow,
This
yeah.
closes the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup. So, again, for the last time, I guess we're going to say, I'm of course Asteroid coming in from Mineski TV. I'm Mineski TV Talent.
Yeah, and I'm Riku from Mineski TV as well.
And again, this has been the Dragoness Southeast Asia ESL Cup, presented to you by Cherry Credits as well as Shonda Games.
Identity Games, and this is hosted by ESL.
Yes. So for the last time, we're signing off and hope you guys had a wonderful experience with us and hope to see you next time. So we're signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye!